Here we go. Check the From the Shore to Be More show. Coming through strong with that podcast flow. Sunday afternoon or 2 to 3 p.m. slot. Got the Interstate 95 Turnpike high. When you tune in, they don't just entertain. They come with the message that presses the brain. Those other podcasts, they seem microscopic. Cause they're the big dogs that drop the hot topics. So sure, be more dumb. You just stay ready. For DJ Boom, Shaheem, and Ordemi. Put them together, there's a treacherous street. From the tri-state area to the DMV. So sit back, relax, get your Sundays on. On after morning, gone before dawn. That positive vibe that we hitting so strong. With this podcast show, you can't go wrong. So, here we go. 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 Here we go.
What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of From the Shore to Be More. I am one of your hosts, the one, the only, Shaheem.
I'm one of your hosts, too. I'm Deborah Singletary, a.k.a. Octave.
Right. What's going on, everybody? It's yours truly, DJ Boom, here in the building, literally in the building, back at home, making it do what it do with these two each and every Sunday, having a turn up of our lives. Let's go. What's happening, everybody?
Yes, he is, and yes, of course, we are the treacherous three of the tri-state area and the DMV and the entire world, you heard? And it's good. It is great. Fantastic even to be back with you guys for another episode. We have a great topic for you guys, like we always do. Forced Fatherhood. Now that's a catchy title. What we mean by that is if women can opt out of having children by way of abortion is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. If women can say yes or no, whether they want to have an abortion. If they say yes, should men be forced to pay for that child, even if they didn't want that child, or they're saying, I don't want to have that child? And so that's our conversation today, right, guys?
Sure.
It's an important thing to consider.
Who that is, my baby daddy? Who that is, my baby daddy? That's your baby daddy, so you claim. But what if he didn't want that child? Ladies and gentlemen, so you have to pay for it. Now, I'm looking for all the comments today, all the static. I know it's a hot topic. I know everybody's got an opinion on this, especially the ladies. And all this was started by a video, but we'll get into all of that, ladies and gentlemen. And so that is our title. And I'm looking really forward to getting to it. As I'm talking about that, though, I got to talk about last week's show. Last week's New Year's release, everybody. Letting Go, Welcoming the New was last week's show, and it was a great conversation. We had a lot of input on that show. If you missed it, you want to go back and catch it on our YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that, and hit the notification button so that you never miss an episode. Right, guys?
For sure, that's what it's there for. It's there to be rewatched. That's why we post it.
That's why we posted. And happy first Sunday of the year to everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed the New Year. What did you guys do? I gotta ask. Nobody did nothing?
You know I always let ladies first, so I was
okay.
Like, to go ahead and speak.
Well, I stayed home and had a nice, quiet New Year's.
I thought you was going to say you had a hot date the way you was holding out.
Well, that's why I'm holding out. I'm not telling you.
All right now. All right.
Your echo is up a little bit, cuz on the thing.
All right, thank you.
So, and I visited a friend on New Year's Day, and we watched a good movie, which I'll talk about later.
Oh, I'm looking forward to hear about that. I got some good stuff for these movies too. I can't wait to talk about the movies. One of my favorite things to do on the show. I got some good stuff, so I'm looking forward to hear what you got. What did you do, Boom?
For New Year's Eve, I
Yeah.
went with my brother to some of the folks we hike with. We hike every Sunday, if as you guys have seen.
Shout
Well,
them
they
out.
hike every Sunday. Black Hikers United here in Georgia. Um,
That's right. Wonderful.
so we hung out with them. Subsequently, I was not supposed to be DJing, but I ended up DJing on New Year's Eve. I had a great time. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, mixing tequila and champagne is not a good idea.
Oh God.
But I
Oh God. No.
I had a great time. Nonetheless, I had a great time, and as you can see, I made it. We both made it home safely. So, what I did New Year's Eve. The turn up did
All
begin.
right. I spent a nice, quiet night at home with the family. I did shout everybody at New Year's like everybody does. We all do the texts and the calls and everything. I did that, but we had a night right here at home, and so that's how I spent my New Year's, and that was just fine by me. Maybe we'll party next year. We'll see. At the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen, though, I know people been catching my song on my YouTube channel. My new song, "Badass," everybody, is out for you to go buy. It's on all streaming platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you get it. So I encourage you to go get that. But I'm going to give you another premiere, another taste of it at the end of the show, everybody. How about that? That being said, moving right along, the food of the day. Before I jump into the food of the day, I just want to acknowledge this. Last week's food of the day, ladies and gentlemen, was gumbo. Of course, the state that gumbo is famous for is Louisiana. I'm bringing that up because how could we possibly know that after the show on the first, there would be that horrific attack down in New Orleans. So I want to say, and I think I speak for all my co-hosts here, that we send our condolences to all the family members and of the victims of that horrible terrorist attack down there in New Orleans. And again, I think I speak for all my co-hosts, right, guys?
Well, believe it or not, it's the first I've heard anything about that. I don't watch the news. I don't tune in. And believe it or not, my scrolling through Instagram and Facebook when I do never mentioned anything about it. So this is the first that I'm hearing about something happening. But of course, my condolences go out to all the families affected by whatever happened down there in New Orleans. It's terrible, So absolutely.
Yeah, it was horrific, and so our hearts are with the families, and of course. So, getting to this week, though, the food of the day, everybody. Are you guys ready for it? Well, here we go. The food of today is this delicious food here, ladies and gentlemen. Now,
listen. I'm not.
now, hey, no cheating. I made it easy. I made it easy, everybody.
It would absolutely be unfair for me to even say anything.
Don't say nothing. All right, let me explain.
I'm not saying a word.
I know.
Let me just say it now.
No, let me explain. All right, to everybody new to the show, this is the rules. All right, listen, I put up the food of the week. It is your job in the comments, everybody. Let me know what the food is and what state it is famous for, everybody. And if you get it right at the end of the show, again, I will acknowledge when I have your comments. I will acknowledge if you get it right. I will give the answer to the end of the show. And if you get the answer right, you will win, of course, the From the Shore to Be More honor of the day. And I made it easy for you guys this week. I admit it.
So boom. We're gonna fight for the title.
No.
Who's gonna get in there?
I'm not even. That's like me right now fighting a little kid on the playground, and so I'm not even gonna get in the fight. I'm gonna walk away and let the little kid win, cause.
Oh, so now you're calling me a little kid.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. That's
After
the analogy.
So there you go, ladies. Send in your comments, everybody. I'm looking forward to it. Don't let these two guys have it, all right? There you go, everybody. And moving on, we can't ever forget that it is Football Sunday with the one, the only Coach Boom, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Coach?
What's happening, everybody? Listen. It is the last Sunday for football, for the regular season of football. It's the last Sunday of it.
It is.
When I tell you, it is some tremendous games that's happening today.
They are.
One, my Packers are already in the playoffs, so shout out to the Green Bay Packers.
Shout out to
We're
the Green
already
Bay
locked
Packers.
in. Right now, we just playing for position to see who we gonna be playing next week, either at home or on the road.
Right.
So we'll see. Right now, we are definitely losing to the Chicago Bears, though. 14-10.
Ooh, to the Bears, nonetheless.
In the second quarter. So, I'm not afraid of that. We'll win that game. It's all good. But let's start from the top. On games yesterday. The Browns and the Ravens played yesterday, and the Ravens, if they win the the AFC North, and they would be the AFC North champions. And lo and behold, they whooped tail. They beat the Browns the same score that they beat the Giants in the Super Bowl. 5-10.
You tried to be funny. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna remember that. That's why the Vikings won last week. Okay. Thought I forgot. All right, moving on. Go ahead.
The Steelers.
Ooh, I'm coming down with something.
The Ravens had to lose in order for the Steelers to win the AFC North, and they did not win. So they are now they're on the road for the playoffs. They're a wild card team.
Okay.
The Bengals beat them 19-7.
They did.
Now, today, the Falcons have to win and the Buccaneers have to lose in order for the Falcons to make the playoffs. But if the Buccaneers win,
okay.
they're in. So right now, the game between the Panthers and the Falcons are up 17-10 over the Falcons. The Titans and the Texans are playing right now. The Texans are up 13-0. They're already in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Eagles are up on the Giants 10-0 right now. Who didn't expect that? But,
hold up, stop me. Let me stop you right there because I want to say something about the Giants, and I want you to keep rolling. The Giants are they such a stupid team. They lost all the games they needed to win. And then they won the one stinking game they needed to lose. How do you explain that? They needed to lose last week's game so that they can have the number one pick in the draft, ladies and gentlemen. What these fools did, they won the only game they ever won. How about that? Go ahead, Boom. Enough.
The only game you wanted them to lose, they won.
Yes, they won. I'm sick.
That's why you're sick. That's why you're coming down.
That's why I'm coming down with it. Because I'm sticking New York Giants. They're giving all the fans the ick. They're making us all sick. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on a rant. I just needed to get that off my chest.
Is there someone in the house who can fix you some warm water, not hot, but warm, better with lemon and a little honey?
My wife's watching. We heard what Aunt Debbie said. You got to cater. You have to cater to me today. That's what she said.
Oh God, I didn't say that.
Yeah, you said that.
That's what I heard. I mean, I'm just saying what I heard.
All right.
This is my coach ears. That's different ears. This is my coaching ears.
There you go. All right, I'm sorry, but keep going. I'm sorry. We get off.
So we got the Colts are playing the Jaguars. Neither one of them playing for anything because neither one of them in the playoffs. But the Colts are up 17-10 over the Jaguars right now. The Commanders are losing to the Cowgirls 6-3 right now. Yeah, they've scored 6-3 right now. They still got time. It's only the second quarter, so they still got time. As I said, the Bears are up over by Packers right now, but we still got time, 14-10. The Buccaneers are losing to the Saints right now, 13-3.
Come on, Bucks.
It's only the second quarter, so they still got time to make some redemption. And the Patriots are up over the Bills, 14-10.
What?
As we speak. Yes. So that's a surprise right there. But the Bills got their whole second string team in there. So
okay. All right, yeah. Everybody's resting. Everybody's getting ready for the playoffs. Everybody, shout out to all the teams. That's right.
I want to say this though. I feel like the Eagles should have let Saquon go for the record. He can get hurt walking through the tunnel. So the whole we don't want him to get hurt, blah 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 blah. That's some BS to me. You should have let him play the game. You should have let him go for the record. Because I would have loved to have seen Saquon get the record over his former team, the New York Giants.
You and everybody else, but that's not what's going to happen. So, all right, everybody. There you have it, everybody. That's the rundown. Go place your bets, and good luck, everybody. How about that?
Make sure y'all check out the game tonight. That Lions-Vikings game, man. That's a detrimental game because the winner of that is the #1 seed in the NFC, and the loser goes to number 5 all the way to the basement. So that's going to be an interesting game this evening. But my money is on the Lions, just FYI for you, even though they're both in the same division as my Packers.
Okay. I think the Lions are going to take that one too. Before we get the ball rolling, I just want to say this to Aunt Debbie and to her Facebook friends who I see are tuning in big numbers. Welcome to the family, everybody. Thanks for watching the show. For those who and for those who didn't know, our Aunt Debbie is a superstar. I think that needed to be said, and people are watching in big numbers. So thank you very much, everybody.
Well, for that, I take a drink.
All right now. Well, while he takes his drink, we're going to keep this ball rolling.
Now if it's your birthday, get on up. Now if it's your birthday, get on up. Now if it's your birthday, if it's your birthday, if it's your birthday, get on up. Now if it's your birthday, get on up. Now if it's your birthday, get on up. Now if it's your birthday, if it's your birthday, if it's your birthday, get on up. Turn it up. Now we gonna have us a good time, good time. We gonna have us a good time.
Happy birthday to all of you Capricorns out there. Celebrate your birthday either today, in the past week, or the upcoming week. We want to celebrate your birthdays with you. How about that, everybody?
Absolutely, for sure. Happy birthday to all the Capricorns in the building.
Ooh, my computer just freaked out. I thought it was going to crash. Woo, that would have been something. But anyway, before I ask you guys who you want to recognize, I just want to say this. We lost a lot of people last year, famous and not famous. So I just want to say my condolences to all the families and everybody we lost last year, like Fat Man Scoob, who made the birthday song that we used in the beginning of the show, who passed away last year. I just wanted to say that. All right, guys. Anybody you want to recognize?
Wanda Singletary.
Hold on, put it up yet, cuz. Don't put it up yet.
Okay, you got it?
That comment up. Yeah, let's put that comment up when we start. Go ahead, Auntie. I'm sorry.
Want me to wait? I can wait.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Wanda Singletary, my little big sister, who lives in Annapolis, Maryland.
Oh, I see what this is.
A lot of time taking care of my brother, who's in a nursing home. And if she's taking care of my brother, she's really also taking care of me and the rest of the family.
Yes.
Because she's holding it down. She's an artist, a mother, a grandmother, and a great sister friend. Happy birthday, Wanda.
Hey. Happy birthday to you.
Avid listener of the show. She's been watching and listening to the show since the beginning. So thank you, Auntie, for tuning in, and happy, fantastic birthday to you, for sure.
Happy birthday. We love you.
Absolutely.
How about you, Boo?
I got a rundown of a couple people. At first, I got to shout out yesterday's birthday, excuse me, which was my cousin Naisha. She's part of the club now. Happy birthday to Naisha. She came.
And she's probably watching now.
Absolutely, she came down here and celebrated my birthday with me, and she just was a great host and great guest. Having her down here in Georgia, we turned up, had a good time while she was here. So happy birthday to her. Welcome to the club. If everybody's watching know how old I am, you know what club I'm talking about, so I don't have to say it. But welcome to the club. You finally made it. Also, yesterday, posthumously, I have to give a birthday shout out to Keisha Williams, who unfortunately passed away last year. Her birthday would have been yesterday as well. So posthumously happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday.
Um,
Happy birthday in heaven.
absolutely.
Happy birthday in
I had
heaven.
another birthday from yesterday, but I'm gonna move to today. This is another cousin from our Shelly family with Mr. Mike. His daughter Tiffany Ginyard. Her birthday is today. Happy birthday to Tiffany. She is a very big supporter of DJ Boom and all the stuff that DJ Boom does. So I have to shout out her, say happy birthday to her, and happy
Birthday.
birthday to DJ. No, yeah, DJ BJ. That's his DJ name. I didn't make it up
Okay.
for him, but DJ BJ, happy birthday to you. If I missed anybody, I'll catch you next week. But happy birthday to the Capricorns in the building.
Speaking of Capricorns in the building, we also want to say, and I think we spoke to you last week, and here you are again, Miss Linda Say, who is a Capricorn,
Absolutely.
also birthday coming up. All right, we see your birthday coming. We're gonna give you a big shout out as we get closer. That's for sure, Linda. Thanks for watching the
You
show.
gotta wait a little bit, Linda. On a
Look,
we're,
now I know why her comment is her comment because she's a Capricorn.
we're definitely not gonna forget you. I have a couple personal birthdays, right? And then I'm going to jump into some celebs, guys. For personal birthdays, I want to say happy birthday to my guy, Aegis Gage, who plays guitar on my songs like Badass and Charlene, both songs. So I want to give him a big shout out. He is one of the baddest guitar players I have ever heard, guys. So big shout out to him. Happy birthday. I'm not going to tell you age, no worries. Also, shout out to a personal friend of mine, childhood friend of mine, my friend Eric Wilson, who catches the show from now. I hope he's watching now. Happy birthday, man. Miss you, bro. I can't wait to see you. Also, shout out, big shout out. Happy birthday in heaven to our cousin, Miss Angelette Florence, ladies and gentlemen. Passed away a long time ago, but we still love her to death. So happy birthday in heaven, cuz we miss you. And so that's my personal birthdays. I have a couple celebs I'm going to run through real quick, guys, and then we'll keep going with the show. I want to send happy birthday to this guy here. The Ravens' own Mr. Derrick Henry, whose birthday was yesterday, and they did win yesterday. He had a big game. It must have been because of his birthday. Happy birthday, sir. I do recognize you. Wish we would have got you. We did not, but that's okay. Yeah. Also, I want to say happy birthday to this guy here, Mr. Tay Diggs. His birthday is coming up. Was on the 2nd. So I want to recognize him. Happy birthday to Tay Diggs. Also to this handsome guy here, Mr. Morris Chestnut, whose birthday was on the 1st, everybody. So I want to make sure I say happy birthday to him. I got to start letting my wife help me with these guys. I'm starting to notice a pattern. So he's got, yeah. Hey, Linda, hope to see you next Saturday. Okay, we definitely going to shout you out.
That's how we communicate through the show.
Oh, okay. All right. A couple more, guys. Excuse me. I'm going to keep this thing rolling. I got to say, respectfully, happy birthday in heaven to this guy here, Mr. Alan himself, dance extraordinaire, who created the Alvin Ailey Academy up there in New York City. So happy birthday in heaven to him for sure. One more, guys, and we're going to get this thing rolling. I want to send a special happy birthday to this guy here.
So damn late for you to say I'm tripping just to hold
Special happy birthday shout out to Tank, everybody, whose birthday was on January 1st, everybody. And there you have it. Again, I have got to stop letting my wife help me with this segment of the show. I'm starting to notice a pattern. We got to talk. And there you have it, everybody.
Because I'm starting to think you might want to take notes from me and shave your head and get a little mustache.
What is going on? You starting? It's not just me, right? It's not just me. We're gonna have to have a conversation, or you just gotta stop helping me with this part of the show. That's all it is. Not for nothing. I'm trying to find pictures of these guys, and they all got their shirts off and everything. And I'm saying to myself, oh hell no, no. Oh, but you gotta do it. You gotta have that. No, this ain't that kind of show, and we ain't having that kind of thing. But thank you for your help.
Thank you, Tari. Thank you, darling.
Not the thank you, not
Yeah,
the thank you,
that's what I'm saying. All the ladies.
He's doing
No,
this
ladies.
to me.
Yeah, thanks, Terry, for saying happy birthday. No, ladies, we're not doing that. We're not turning this into that kind of show. So you can just forget all of that, everybody. But I want to say, for everybody out there who is having a celebration of any kind, we sure love to help you guys with that. To level up your birthday party or any celebration, you need to call Shush Entertainment for your solid disco party experience, hosted by our own DJ Boom. Looking for that special gift? Look no further than jztrades.com for a custom image 3-piece set for that special someone in your life. Or, if you're interested in an astrological reading, contact business carriers to find out how the stars are lining up for you. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Get in contact with Aunt Debbie for sure. Not just for astrological readings, but for counseling as well, everybody. I don't want to take that off the list. If she can fix me, she can definitely fix you. All right? So there you go.
You don't need fixing.
I did. I did.
My work is not to fix people.
Okay, go ahead.
To bring them to awareness of the fullness of their being.
Look at that.
Bring them to the awareness that they are already whole.
And she's making me aware right now. You see this, everybody? And making you aware too. So y'all make sure y'all get in touch with our Aunt Debbie. You can borrow her, but you got to give it back, everybody. How about that? And of course, my wife wants to say thank you. And all the ladies want to say thank you. But now we're not going to do that. We ain't having that kind of show. I mean, my wife would say you're welcome. We're not having that kind of show, everybody. But what we are going to do is we're going to keep this ball rolling.
I guess right now we should start the show.
Must see TV and movies. Everybody, one of my favorite things to do on the show because I want to know what you guys are watching. Now, Deb, you had something that you wanted to tell us about.
Yeah, I gotta look it up. Okay, so
okay, boom. Well, good. You ready?
No, I have it.
All right, awesome. All right, let's go.
Loose. Have you heard of that?
Say it again.
Loose. Luce.
No, I haven't heard it.
And it's a like
Luce.
It had my heart. Boom, boom.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's a story about a liberal white family who adopts a black child and tries to makes him into, a super black child, although his original childhood was quite horrific. And it stars Naomi Octavia Spencer.
Oh, beautiful.
And
Beautiful.
You can get it on Prime. You might have to pay $3 or something, but very well worth it, or on demand.
Okay.
Oh my God, very good.
All right, now I got to see that today.
LUCE.
LUCE. What's up, Brian? We see you. We got your comment. We're definitely going to put it up when we start the conversation.
Absolutely.
All right, boom. What you got?
Listen, I've been watching way too many movies, and I should have wrote this stuff down. Yesterday was not yesterday. Friday was an on purpose chill and watch movies day, and I had decided. So you guys will know from now on. Every week, I'm going to watch 3 different movies. One chick flick, one drama, and one horror. So I can give you, some dialogue on each one. A chick flick could be comedy, whatever, but one chick flick, one drama, and one comedy. I mean, one horror movie. So folks would have something to gauge there. There's one movie that I'm going to figure out the name of it, but it was about the 1979 guy who went on the dating game, and he was a serial killer. He was on the dating game. I did watch that movie.
Ted, I forgot his name. Ted Bundy.
His name was Rodney. Rodney somebody. Yeah, his
Oh,
name was
oh,
Rodney Alice or whatever what that
oh,
name
okay.
was. I did watch that movie. I did watch just another one that was a good movie. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna post it in our group so we can post it
Okay.
here next week. But I did watch
All right.
several movies. I just can't think of the name of these movies right now because I went blank.
All right. Well, come back to it. I got a couple, and this one movie, I gotta tell you, I swear by this movie, everybody. I'm not even kidding. This movie was awesome, and it's called The Forge. Everybody, I saw this movie on Netflix. Netflix, you owe us a check. We say it every week. It was very inspirational. Very now, it is a Christian oriented movie, so there's a religious theme there. But
That's why I
past
stopped
that,
watching it.
yeah, and you would think I wouldn't even watch it, but it was
I
so inspirational, I couldn't shake it loose.
I started watching it and I stopped. I was like, I just can't.
Okay, but if you could get past the religious theme, it is a very inspirational movie, everybody, and it was for me. It was great to see black men, young black men, be portrayed in a positive light instead of a negative for once. So if you're sitting at home and you're looking for some inspirational watch, I suggest that you go ahead and watch that. The Forge, everybody. Second, this one here. Now, a couple weeks ago, my brother-in-law Charles told me about this one. It's a series, and it's on Apple TV, everybody. And I didn't watch it. I gotta admit, I didn't think it was something I want to see, so I didn't really watch it. I saw Charles yesterday. Shout out to Charles, my sister Angela, and Isaiah, and everybody for coming up. And he said again, go check the movie out. And yeah, thank Cherry. It was a great movie. And so I did, and I got to tell you, I love this. This is, everybody, the last days of Tolium Gray, everybody. And this series is absolutely awesome, everybody. Now, what it's based is by Samuel L. Jackson. Have you seen it?
Ptolemy.
Ptolemy. Thank you. I always struggle with that name. Ptolemy. It's an old down south thing, everybody. And it's about an elderly man who's coming down with dementia, starts to lose his past. I don't want to give it all away, but Samuel L. Jackson did an excellent job in this movie. And if you're looking for something that's going to be a drama that's going to choke you up today and you're not watching us, go check that out. Bring your tissues. You're going to cry. If you have elderly parents, you are going to cry. There's no doubt about it. So I recommend that as well. And my wife wants everybody to go check out No Good Deeds on Netflix. I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to put up a picture, but she said it's good. Y'all go check it out. And that's all my three. So if you're not watching this,
Ptolemy is a Greek name. It's not a Southern name.
it's a Greek name. He was given that as a. I don't want to tell the whole story. I don't want to tell the whole story how he got the name and everything, because then I'm going to go.
That's
Oh,
my
Debbie.
That's my job.
There you go. And like my wife said, you should go check it out. And that's our watches, everybody. So again, check them out. Come back. Let us know what you guys thought. Let us know what you guys thought. We are so curious to find out if you guys are checking out our movies, right, guys?
Right.
Absolutely. Now, to keep the ball rolling, I gotta say, listen, if you guys have topics you think that our wonderful growing audience would love, rapidly growing audience, thank you everybody for watching the show. Or if you are a business looking to support our beautiful program here, there is something that the three of us would love for you to guys know. Contact us. To contact us, you can reach us on our YouTube channel, where you can comment during the show, and please don't forget to subscribe. You can also watch, like, subscribe, and comment during the show on our social media platforms. Our Facebook page or our Instagram is @From the Shore to Be More. Our Twitter or X is @2_BeMore. Our email is fromtheshore@gmail.com, or you can call the show at 732-440-9314. If no one answers, please leave a message, and someone from the show will get back to you. We'll get back to you. All right, everybody. It's time it's that time of the show that I know you all been waiting patiently for. It's time for us to jump into this topic of ours, everybody. And thanks for everybody watching. Forced fatherhood. Basically, if women can opt out of being a mother, why should fathers have to pay for children that they didn't want is basically what we're going to be talking about today, right, guys? You want to elaborate a little more?
I mean, that's essentially it.
That sums it up, right? That's what I think.
I mean, I have an opinion on it. Obviously, I'm trying to go back to the video. I was going to play it so it could be heard. I
Don't
need to
play
take
that
these
video.
air.
I don't like it.
No, 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 no.
It's
Play
a
it so it
silly.
could be heard, not seen. Heard.
Yeah, but it's silly,
So,
silly. I think we can set the stage. So the idea is that women are advocating for their rights to have an abortion, and but there may be
right,
scenarios where men don't want to have. Maybe a woman decides to have a baby, and the man does not want to. If we're
right.
talking about equality of rights,
Equality, rights, right, exactly.
then we want to explore men's rights to say no.
No, right.
So
That's what it's all about.
one of the first things I think we might want to do is set a scene for what we're talking about. So for example, are we talking about in a marriage? Are we talking about people who are dating and having recreational sex? Are we talking about a one night stand?
I want to say this. First of all, we got a lot of comments, so we're going to put them up. Right, boom, boom. You can handle that. There's a lot of them coming in. Everybody's got an opinion. I see them. In fact, let me say this, and then boom. Why don't you put up Linda's because she had the first comment of the day. I want to say this. I think when it comes to marriage couples, I would hope that that's something that they discuss before the before the ring goes on the finger. It's that important. That important. You should know if your significant other, the person you're going to marry, spend the rest of your life is wants to have kids or not. First of all, that's that important conversation. So I would hope that they would have that conversation beforehand. As far as the dating scene, sometimes things happen. We all know that. Boom, you want to put out Linda's comment? Okay. They wanted
Let's.
the. Go ahead,
Uh,
boom, please, because I don't have my glasses. Go ahead.
yeah. They wanted the pleasure of making a kid without protection, and when the kid becomes a superstar, Proud Papa will appear and he must pay.
That's dirty. That's dirty.
I,
Yeah,
And,
okay, so
what interests me about that comment, and it interested me when I saw the flyer. It had an image of a man with his pocket, turning out his pockets to show that they were empty. This is not just about the money. This is support. It's not just about financial support. It's also about emotional support. And we want to also consider not just the rights of the father and the rights of the mother, but the rights of the child who's born, whether
okay.
we like it or not.
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Okay, so
That's,
in my opinion, that it to me it applies to it all. Whether you're married, one night stand, you're dating, whatever the case may be,
okay.
it applies to it all. If you can say, okay, I got pregnant, I'm gonna take a Plan B pill, or I'm gonna go get an abortion, whatever,
Right.
but the guy doesn't have an opinion, and I understand women pro-choice is women's body, blah blah blah, but okay, so the choice that you made was to go ahead and have this baby. So why am I now obligated to this
Right.
child because you
Right.
made a decision to keep it? I said I didn't want it. And then vice versa to that. What if I wanted the child as the father and you
Mm,
go get an abortion?
right.
Do I have any say so about that? You know
And
what I
that's the
mean?
bottom
So
line. Right.
so it's a double-edged sword when it comes to the same thing.
Right.
You know,
That's. I think that's what we're really trying to put the light at right there is the fact that it is a double-edged sword, a double standard there when it comes to this. And I guess what we're asking is it fair? Me personally, I don't
Well,
think it's fair.
is it fair to the father? We want to ask, is it fair to the father? But we
Right.
also want to consider, is it fair to the born child? I
Okay.
Let's acknowledge the spiritual, emotional, and psychological trauma that a father, a man, might experience if he learns woman, the woman he's been sleeping with. Maybe she's not his woman. Maybe she's just his side chick. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah.
And he learns that she's pregnant. And what does that mean spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, to know that you have contributed to life? And then to have someone say that the life you seeded is not relevant or not wanted, and the woman goes and have an abortion. I believe that men, um, that we could have compassion for men who are in relationships where a woman chose to abort a child that they really wanted. And even when a woman aborts a child, and that's her decision, there still is a psychological, emotional trauma to
Okay.
doing that.
Yeah, of
So it
course.
doesn't mean, it's not
Of
like
course.
women go, I don't like orange juice, and they just flip it.
Right.
Even if you decide to abort, it can be a painful decision to live with.
It can be, and no one's trying to make light of that part of it at all. We're just talking about right now the men's involvement in all of this, and their rights, their rights basically. I mean, when a woman becomes pregnant, it puts men, and I'm speaking from my own past experiences, in an awkward position if they're not married. If they're married, it's a little different. But when you're not married, the first thing I think comes to a lot of men's mind, and men, please chime in, correct me, if they feel I'm wrong, is what is this woman going to do? Is she going to keep it or what? What's going to happen now? Because the ball is in her park. We can sit there in our rooms, milling our head a million things about what we want to do, but the end of the day, what we decide is not going to really matter, and that's an empty feeling. That's a cold, empty feeling. It really is, because the ball is in her park. What she decides to do is what's going to happen, whether you agree with it or not.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's just the way
So
it
are
is.
you suggesting that women have the power and men don't in this situation?
Oh, I just might be. I just might be. I just might be. And I just want to acknowledge Brian. Thanks, Brian, for chiming in. Well, the kids have to eat. We all agree they have to eat, but if we didn't want the kid in the first place, should we have to pay for it? I think is the question. But yeah, or Debbie, women have all the power in this situation, and they always say, well, we had the pleasure, yada yada yada. Well, you had the pleasure too. We took it was two of us there.
Sometimes it ain't so much pleasure, but that's another
There's
topic.
another okay. There you go. All right, okay. But you get what everybody gets what I'm getting at. We're gonna get to everybody's comments. We're gonna get to everybody. Stacy
So
Torres, I see you.
Stacey's comment, I
Yeah,
didn't
go ahead. Go
understand.
ahead.
I didn't
Go ahead.
understand her comment. I'm
Put
gonna
it up.
post it. I
Put
didn't
it up.
understand it. We pay taxes to go to local schools, whether we have children or not. I'm not sure what that is supposed to mean. If you can come back and help us, help me understand
No, me too,
what
please.
it is
Because you about to
you're
start
saying.
something. I want to know what you're starting. Please, Stacy, and
Uh,
thanks for watching.
Absolutely. Let us know what you are getting at with this. I understand it. I was going to say, so for me personally, what I did was I took the responsibility on myself. And what I did was I went and got a vasectomy because I said, I don't want no more kids. I don't want to make any more
Okay.
kids.
Okay. That's
So
an option.
I took the responsibility on myself. So now with me being single again and dating, when I first meet somebody, that's one of the first things you're going to know about me. Do you want kids? You have kids? Yes or no. Do you want or do you want more? Because if that's the case, you may as well walk away now because I'm not giving you none. I promise you I'm not. And people will suggest, oh, you can go through and get this and we can do this. But yeah, we could do all that. I don't want to make any more kids, especially in this
Yeah.
crazy ass mixed up world we have going on right now. I am so thankful that I am not raising a child or a grandchild at this point in this crazy ass demented world that we have going on right now. I really am. I'm so excited I don't have to deal with that.
Should the legal system have an opt-out rule? Should the legal system have an opt-out rule? Something that says to the father, if I go to court, she decided to have this baby against my wishes. I didn't want anything to do with this. Should there be an opt-out rule where the government, where the legal system says, okay, we agree with you. The burden shouldn't be on you in this matter, at least not totally. And so more of the burden should be on the mother and not this guy who didn't want the baby to begin with. Should there be an opt-out rule or something along that lines for men out there? Just to kind of level the playing field a little bit. I think that would change a lot of women's way of thinking when it comes to children, if there was. In fact, I know it would.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I know it would. I know it would.
So, one of the reasons why many women want children, I think it might be the same with men, is there's a spiritual, emotional, psychological drive gifted us by nature for us to have children. It's biological. Very few people have children for rational reasons. And I'm one of those people who rationally chose not to have a child, but I think I'm rare because when the biological clock goes a ticking, what I did was I had my friends come over and they tied me to the chair. And, for 3 weeks. So that I couldn't respond to my biological clock. So nature, babies happen because of nature. And nature is slick, clever, and genius.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It will find many ways to make us human beings, help us human beings have babies. But I think I love that we're having this discussion. I think it's a courageous discussion.
I see all the comments.
I do believe that we also need to, and I know you want to talk about the legal system, but I'm concerned about the babies and not just the rights of the parents. And this discussion really needs to begin before you are screwing around.
Yes. Ooh, Brian's on the roll. We're gonna have to get. All right, I'm sorry.
Inez is very worse than me. Now you know where I'm
Thank you to the Singletary family for watching. First of all, but and Brian, wait, opt-out rule, no DNA test. I'm sorry.
Can we say dick on the show, or should we?
You just did. You just did.
Listen, this is we are all grown-ups.
Yeah, please.
A woman should have. The men and women should have the dialogue. But if not, the woman should have the dialogue on her own, and the man has to know prior to when his dick is anywhere near the Garden of Eden. He should know where he stands, and that'll help people to make decisions where children who they don't want aren't born. We've got to start before.
Gotta have those conversations.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Brian doesn't agree with my opt-out rule. Me and you gonna disagree on that one. I think we should have one, but I respect your opinion, sir. Nature is clever as shit, I think is what you mean to say, and you right. You right, they're clever. They made the most pleasurable thing in the world, the one way we can have kids, boy. They making sure we have these babies. For sure, nature. Anyway.
So the question is,
Right.
so based
Good
off of this
question,
statement
Brian.
right here, this statement right here, so it's not the fact that daddy doesn't want to take care of the kid. It's the idea that the mom can say, I'm just going to not have this baby. And if the dad wanted the baby, or vice versa, he didn't want the baby, and mom said, I'm keeping it, now he's obligated to it. There should be some other discussion or something going on, some other dialogue going on besides,
That's what Debbie was saying.
you know, you made this kid take care of it sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because she can say, well, I'm not having it. What if I wanted it? I know, I'm like you guys said, I got my dick up in her, and I know I just nutted in her, so I want a baby. She's got a baby in her, and she decided that she's not going to have it. Where does that leave me? Where was my decision making? You
I
know,
feel
mm.
I feel for the men. I feel for you. I think that's a it's like anybody giving a gift to somebody and having it blown back on on in their face. I feel for you. However, there's no such thing as opting out as a father in the biological sense if a baby is brought to term. And we cannot talk about the rights of the mother or the father. We must consider the life of that baby. So it's not like, well, you decided to have her. Well, I'm opting out. What is the psychological? What does it do to a father's psyche to know that there's a baby out there he has opted out on financially and emotionally? How does a
Mm,
man live with that? And
mm,
many of them pretend
mm.
to be living, but if you look at their lifestyle, a lot of those men are in pain, and that pain is not addressed. They're unconscious, it might be buried, but you're going to pay one way or the other. You could pay psychically, emotionally, if you have a baby that you had essentially abandoned. You
Mm.
cannot call it opt out. That's a very pretty word.
It is a
Let
good word, isn't
the
it?
I choose to abandon this life because
No,
that
I
was
think I
not
like the word opt out a little better. I think I'm a little more comfortable with that. and I see Brian's comments. You seem like you side with the women a little
right?
more with this, but I'm
So
going to side with the men a little. Go ahead,
no,
boom.
I was gonna address what he's saying. So the
Yeah,
idea, Uncle Brian, is not that you don't want to be a dad. It's where is your choice in the
you
matter?
should have the right to
If,
choose when and where, just like the women do.
right.
Is the
Because
point?
again, like I said, and I'm using me, obviously it wasn't my situation, but using me. If I
Mm,
wanted this baby, I had sex with this girl and I planted a baby in her, but she goes and I don't know that she goes off and take a plan B or get an abortion, whatever,
whatever.
but I wanted the kid. So, you know what I mean?
Where's your
And
rights?
vice
Where's your
versa.
rights? Where's your
Right.
rights? Right. It goes
Where
both ways.
where's the saying that I wanted the kid? Okay, you didn't. I wanted it. So, but the flip to that is if she wanted the baby
I'm with
and
you
the
on that.
dad didn't want the baby, we're having a discussion on babies that's already born. I'm talking about babies that are not here yet, that have
Yeah.
just been conceived, that have just been
Right.
planted,
Right.
and they have the right to say, yes, I'm going to have this baby. No, I'm not going to have this baby. Where do I have the right to speak up and say whatever? And that's so when you
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
about
Yeah. Yeah.
the discussion should be snippet, that's what I did because I took responsibility for myself, knowing that I don't want to make any more babies. And so if I do that,
Right.
I
Right.
know ain't
Right.
nothing coming from me. You rest assured.
I will.
I won't I
Right.
won't be on what's the Maury Povich show with
Jerry
these
Springer.
men with
Remember
a dad.
Springer?
Yeah,
Oh
right,
my
exactly.
God. Remember? Oh Lord.
I won't be
We
on
don't
it.
need no more of that.
I know I
From
didn't
my
make
own,
your baby, so
right, right. From my own experiences. And yeah, I don't mind talking about my life. I've given up enough on this show that I'm comfortable with it at this point. As a young man, I had more. I had paid for more than one abortion, honestly. But that was something that the mother and myself we talked about and agreed that we were young. We just weren't ready. This was the best option. But the most important thing was we talked about it. We talked about it. So the kids that I have, yes, we talked. I talked about that with the mothers too, and we agreed that yeah, we need to have this baby. We need to have this baby. Shout out to my kids. Yeah, you all want it. you were all wanted. Surprises, but you all want it.
first. If you weren't wanted at first, you're wanted now.
Oh, absolutely. But
right.
no, but listen, there were some of them were surprises. But upon hearing the news and discussing it with the moms, yeah, it was the time was right, and of course my children were wanted and in love, of course. I didn't read. Can you read Brian's comment? I don't have my glasses on.
So your right to choose is to not have sex. And if you want the baby, your right to speak is before you have sex. If you don't talk about it, you don't have any rights. I mean, I agree. That you're right.
Okay.
Both of y'all, you and Shaheem are saying the same thing. have the discussion beforehand.
When
You know
Debbie
what I
said it
mean?
first, yeah, it was yeah. Have the discussion, talk about it, man.
Right.
You
What are we
meet you.
doing?
Know for
What
yourself.
are we doing
I
here?
knew,
Because
I knew, I knew
I'm never
going
that
in.
intoxicated. I promise you, I'm never that intoxicated where I'm
Yeah,
going
me
in
neither. Me neither.
and I don't know what I'm
I
doing.
have to dialogue with myself. My dialogue with myself
Right. Okay.
is,
Right.
what do you do? And this is not even with the
Okay.
man,
Right.
because
Right. 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 I get what you're
what do you
saying.
do, Cora, if you get pregnant?
Know
Like,
what
what
you going to do. Right. 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 Exactly.
I have my
Men too.
but we should know going in, because a
We
lot of
should
this
know.
is our values.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it would dismay me if I'm dismayed if a man says, I don't want to pay because I don't want to contribute
Mm.
because I didn't want the baby. We cannot take the baby. Okay, so Boom is saying, but the baby is only in utero, right? I mean, it's just
Right.
conceived.
Just
Right.
So
conceived. Right.
we're
Not
not
born.
talking
Not born yet.
about the baby being here. So that you have a parent, you have two people talking about it, and the woman says, "Oh, I really want to have this baby."
Oh, and you had to make the face too. You had to make the face too. You saw that, Boom? They do that. They do that so slick. They do that so slick, don't they? I
Do you
caught that right off the bat.
do you but Shaheen, my darling, do you think I was being slick or sincere? I was
No,
being,
I honestly, I think you were being a woman, and I love
and
women.
I didn't even know I was making the face.
Oh, y'all know how to get to us. Y'all
I just
practicing this.
I have to look back on the show to see what for the next time I'm going to ask you the question. I can make the face. I really want to have this baby. This is what, I feel this is my
Mm.
calling. Yes, it was an accident. Yes, the timing, but I really want to have this baby, and I'm going to have it. What kind of, and so let's say you're just someone I'm having more or less casual sex with. You don't even, you don't even love me. Or I don't necessarily love you. I like you enough to have sex with you, but that's it.
Right, right,
And
right,
you're
right,
not the kind of man I would marry either. But you're great for having sex, and now I'm
right,
pregnant,
right, right.
and I want to carry the baby.
Okay. Uh,
Where's the dialogue, guys? Give me some dialogue. Talk to me. What are you
well,
going to
first,
say?
I want to say this. I want to say this.
I want you and
Every man watching the show
talk to
who
me.
saw her
Talk,
face when she said that knows that when that woman gives you that look, you're having that baby. You're having that baby. But that's okay. That's fine. What upon conception, yeah, you need to have that conversation. And
let's
this,
have it
and
now.
let's have it. And
You
so
talk.
let's have it now. You want to have the baby? I don't. And so I say to
Okay,
you,
so
well,
I say to you, I really want this baby. What are you going to say to me? What is your
I'm going to say, I'm going into this. I never planned on having a child. I'm not ready for a child. I don't want a child. My life is not even right now in the space where a child is going to be. It's just not right for me. And so we need to talk about having an abortion. We need to talk about this. What is our plan moving forward? We're not going to be together, so we're going to have separate homes. Who knows what's going to happen in the future? I could be on a whole different coast. You never know. We need to talk about having abortion. It needs to be on the table. It needs to be a serious option, not something you just throwing away out your mind. But it needs to at least be on the table. Let's have a serious discussion. Let's put it all out there. I don't care if you got to put it all out on the chart, on the plus side and the minus side. However you got to do it, but do it. But do it. And at the end of the day, if all the pluses are falling on her side, gentlemen, then it's time to start preparing yourself
Now, what
for a child. I
what
think.
needs to happen is we as men. I don't have a son, but we need to teach our sons responsibility.
There you
That's
go,
what
right
needs to
there. And
happen.
that's what Brian is saying too.
Um,
Did you
you
put his
have
comment up?
nephews? You have
yeah.
nephews.
So, well, they have dads, and they teach them responsibility,
Right, right, right.
because
Responsibility.
again, like I said, when I made up my mind, I don't want to make any more kids. It's not in her hands. It's not in their hands. It's mine. I put it in my hands, and I went to the doctor and I took care of it. I got a vasectomy. I'm good to go. There is no babies coming
Kudos to
from me.
you. Kudos
So
to you, because I think the power is with the man. That's what you want. That's what you're teaching me. You do have the power, and you have the power to not make a baby.
You have the power to
In
not make the
both
baby
places,
in the
you
first
have
place.
the power to not make the
Yes,
baby.
protect yourselves.
Let us look at that power.
Protect yourselves. Absolutely. You're 100% right. You brought it up one day when you said the conversation should be with yourself. You ought to know what you want to do going in. If you don't want to have that baby, forget relying on her to take birth control pills or wear a dam and all that. You better protect
Absolutely.
yourself, brother. You better protect yourself, brother. And if you didn't and the baby pops up, the party's over.
right,
I'm joking, but yeah. But you all get what I mean. So the best thing is, like everybody's saying, even Brian, protect yourselves. That's the best and smartest thing to do, right?
There is no
protect
such
yourself, have the
thing.
discussion, all of that. Like, just under, and again, I am not intoxicated enough to not know what I'm doing. That's some bullshit, and I'm calling bullshit on that play every time anybody uses that. Oh, I was intoxicated, or I was, high, or whatever.
Try using that
No,
excuse
you're
in the
not.
court of law. Let me
Right.
know how that works out for you.
Because to me, first of all, if you're that
There,
intoxicated and you know what you was doing, then you know what you was doing. Like, I ain't trying to hear none of that. So,
there is no such thing as opting out as a father in a biological sense if a baby is brought to term. You decide to become an abandoner. Things happen in life. Um, if I lose my rent money, I can't go to the management office and say, I'm not paying this month because I lost my money. That is not their problem. Thing I have to pay.
no, you go to the
Things
office and you let them know you identify as a person who doesn't have their rent, and they have to.
We're not gonna have that conversation again,
when you go
knucklehead.
to a
All right, whatever.
Exactly. This is how
I
I
can't.
identify, and I'm not paying it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think you all get what we're trying to say. And just for the record, everybody, I'm not telling fathers to abandon their children. Oh God,
Absolutely
no.
not.
I'm not, or none of us. We're not supporting all that. All we're trying to do is recognize the fact that men should probably have a little more say so in all this. But at the end of the day, I think we all agree, and most of our listening audience, if not all, that the best thing is to have the conversation and protect yourselves in the beginning, men and women.
The say so is before you put your dick in, unprotected. That's your say so.
There you go, everybody.
Shout out to my kid's mom, who before my kids even started having sex, they were on birth control. When they started their cycle, they were on birth control. So shout out to her for taking responsibility in that way as well, because people are irresponsible at the end of the day. So
Things happen.
heroes. So shout out to her for doing what she did when they were young, and here we are today making it do what it do. So
Protect yourselves, everybody. Protect yourselves. Before we start closing out the show, you guys got anything else you want to say on this topic?
I thank you, men, for the courage to bring this to the fore. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of working with you.
thank you.
On them.
I just want to say I want more men to just own your responsibility. Just own your responsibility. Point blank period. If you know going in that you don't want to make no kids, or this girl is, because this chick is just going to be a one night stand or hit it and quit it sort of thing. You already know that. Like, let's keep it solid. That's what it's going to be. Do the right thing. Be smart about what you're doing. Stop the bullshit and let it be what it is. Just cut it out.
Yeah, I agree. I want to thank everybody who's been commenting on the show. Thanks for all of your input. Brian, you surprised me. You were more on the women's side, but that's okay. That's fine.
Brian is on the side of the
babe.
baby. He is not taking sides.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, I like
It's not
that.
about taking sides. He's on the side of the baby.
I like that. Okay, I like that. All right. Thanks, everybody. Again for commenting on the show. Before we head out, though, the food of the day. All right, everybody. Everybody's so busy commenting on the topic.
Like I
Nobody
said,
said, "Oh, here we go."
like I said, I done walked off the
All
playground.
right.
I done walked off the playground.
Let me put the picture back up. This was the food of the day, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and let Debbie go ahead and tell us what this is.
No.
Do you have the answer?
Let your audience show it.
Nah, nobody commented, so go ahead, Debbie. Do you know what it is?
I think it is crab cakes from.
It is, and that's why boom, they would answer. It was too easy from him being from Maryland. I thought I'd make it easy. So, Debbie, yes, you get the honor of the day. All right.
Thank you. And my Venmo
Kudos to you.
number addresses and my Cash App. I'll send it to you. Thank
Absolutely.
You so much.
I want to thank everybody for commenting on the show. Oh, thank you for watching, Ms.
Thank
Verda.
you, y'all.
Miss Verda.
Thank you, y'all. Verda, Olayinka. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. And thanks for everybody who was watching, commenting on the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Before we head out, I just want to give everybody, let everybody know, of course, my song Badass is out. And like I said, I'm going to premiere a little bit of it before we end the show. So let me go ahead and introduce you to my new song, everybody. Badass. Thanks to Aegis Gage and to the one, the only DJ Debonair Samir for their work. Here we go.
Understand. People used to say my daddy was a different kind of man. He never said I love you, never tucked us in the bed. But when he spoke, we listened, and this is what daddy said. You gotta be tough, but be humble. You gotta know just when to stand. To protect your family, keep a pistol in your hand. Make sweet love to your woman, drink your liquor when you can. And if you do these things, you'll be like me, a bad man, a bad man. Whoa, he was known for raising hell until the days when he grew old. Until one day the devil came to claim my daddy's soul. When he died, I wanted to cry, but I held my tears instead. And when I think of my daddy, one thing sticks in my head. You gotta be tough, but be humble. You gotta know just when to stand. To protect your family, keep pistols in your hand. Make sweet love to your woman, boy, you go liquor when you can. And if you do these things, you'll be like me. That's a bad man. That's a bad, bad man. Whoa, back me up. Hey, come on. Hey, I'm about to turn it loose now. Anytime anybody had to speak to my daddy, they better have body told. Any pops daddy had the streets, he never brought the bullshit to his home. Anytime he caught us doing wrong, he could stop us with just one stare. When they say I act like my daddy, I answer with a hell yeah.
To hear the complete song, please visit my YouTube channel or help your brother out and go buy it. Available on all streaming platforms, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Now it's time to say goodbye
To all our company.
Yes, it is, everybody. So thanks for everybody for tuning in.
Sure to be more. Until next Sunday, we will be back.
We'll be back. I love that. All right, everybody. We'll see you all next Sunday. Enjoy your day.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes.
Right?